So now we have the second match, and it's Bloodedge versus NeoBuster, and Edge is for some reason using Gear Chronicle against Royal Paladin. If there's a reason for this, I'm assuming we're gonna figure it out later. But first ride, we have Time Break Dragon going up against Hidden Sage Miron. And drive check into another. We're probably not going to see that skill happen at all this game. Edge gets an early draw trigger. And grade 2 we see Glimmer Breath and... oh, Steam Maiden. It doesn't gain power, but still good to have, especially because critical trigger going to the rear. Too much to guard, so 2 damage is taken. And they are both stride enablers. Enough of that, and it's going to be very difficult for Neo to stride later in the game. And it looks like Neo is giving up his hand to rush. Draw trigger would get some of it back though. And now for grade 3 ride. I'm gonna guess that it's Chrono Jet Dragon. Or we could just not ride at all. That's a possibility. Without Generation Break 1, none of the Gear Chronicle abilities can activate right now, at least based on what's on the field currently. Because literally everything on the field on Edge's side says Generation Break 1. It seems like Edge is focusing on mowing down the rear guards as opposed to attacking the vanguard a lot. Which is smart because Royal Paladins want to have a lot of rear guards, and if you're taking them away, then they have to use hand to get them back eventually. They do have the ability to Superior Call, but it's not something that's going to be used right now. As a matter of fact, based on what NeoBuster's deck is and what it's doing, he can't really Superior Call stuff from the deck until at least the first stride. At least based on what is being shown right now. There are, of course, some units in the deck that can do it beforehand, like this one, of course. But not too many. Right into Chrono Jet and Stride. From Metallica, we get a unit sent to the bottom of the deck. Chooses Milius. Good choice. Would have been a card that can get back a grade 2 if... that could have gotten a grade 2 out of the deck if Edge decided to actually take out as much field as possible. Glimmer Breath being called, so it looks like he is in fact going to take out as much field as possible. First is 11,000 to the rear. I'm gonna guess next is 14 to the Vanguard. Yes, it is. After this, when Metallica Phoenix attacks, it gets its ability. Any G unit in the G zone can be flipped face up. And as a result, he can time leap a unit. He's time leaping a grade 0 and making it a grade 1. And then Chrono Dran's ability, because it was sent to the bind zone for time leap, it can go into the soul and get a Chrono Jet Dragon that goes to the field. When this unit is placed on rear guard from hand. Okay. He put Mila Na back because this unit wasn't called from hand, so he can't use its ability to time leap. Edge didn't flip up a G unit though. Does Neo not notice that he never flipped up a G unit from the G zone? That's kind of important. I'm gonna have to pause the recording to say something about this, aren't I? Okay, I told him, and he did it. Altmail was discarded for the sake of Stride. And the Stride is to Jiron, so he can call a unit from the hand, and he can give one unit on the field, and the unit that he calls gets 5k. Bloodedge 2 passes. No triggers at all, just a perfect guard. No triggers means no grade zeros. He can actually... Edge can actually next stage and win this turn. In fact, I would say he should next stage and win this turn. He has the option to drop his entire hand to make this next stage work. Not to mention he can counterblast one and get rid of the interceptor. Yeah, depending on what his 5-card hand is, I drop it all. Booster behind Vanguard, please. There we go. Oh, is something about the time leap? Nope, he's not doing that. He could. Heal trigger, giving it to the rear. Critical, giving all that to the rear. And heal trigger. I would give something to time break. He's gonna just not do that. Okay. Discarding 3 cards, keeping as many triggers as he possibly can. $23k. Neo can't guard it. He needs a heal to live. And it's not a heal, that's a stand. So, Bloodedge takes the second game. Good games. On to game 3. And that's mine.